fundamentally, if you want to make a load of money in this world, on this planet, and you want to do anything, and you ask everybody, what should I do? They will say, get into property.
Yeah.
That's a guaranteed way in. And I think we talk about that a lot on the academy, but I think that's the difference. We're seeing kids pre-uni, uni age, don't know what to do, doing stuff, actually listening to things like this podcast and stuff about real estate.
Yeah.
And, wouldn't you want to now, if you was our young age, wouldn't you want to have had what we'd had available, if we had stuff like that, to listen to that stuff and get involved with it?
Yeah, I mean, on your point about young people wanting to get into it, and I know there's this whole thing about, my portfolio and all that kind of stuff, which I love seeing 21-year-olds on Instagram talking about their portfolio.
Yeah, I know, it's hilarious.
But more pertinent to us is actually being a broker and getting into being a broker and not an estate agent. That's another thing, of course. We'll touch on that. Yeah, I mean, I spent most of 2020 and 2021 just endlessly on WhatsApp video calls, Zoom calls, one-to-one with people. And seriously, from 18, we had a 17-year-old on the academy, right? From 17, typically 18, 19, 20, mid-20s, people from all walks of life, seriously all walks of life. I was talking to people from Bangalore who were 40 and people from South London who are 18. And just
everyone is now getting into this real estate
these people
journey.
They've got so much there for them to see. They just don't know what to do next. Do you go and do an intern or a summer job at one of the established agencies, okay? Or do you just think, well, hold on, I'm an entrepreneur, I've got other business interests, I've got my portfolio dreams, I've got a coffee shop or whatever it is they do. And I'm not saying that tongue in cheek. This is a generation of people who want to do stuff, not one thing.
Yeah.
They don't want a gold watch after 40 years in a factory, thanks very much. They want to do lots of stuff and put their stamp and personality and their Instagram and their socials into their business. Obviously they're going to come to us. That's a given. So I've spent really the last 2 or 3 years one-to-one with a lot of these people, and just the most wonderful thing about it is how they've received the brand, how they've received the way I speak to them, and you speak to them as well sometimes, and more importantly, what do they do next? And it's, we've named this podcast after what they've really done. Let's face it.
Sofa Broker.
They've done Sofa Broker. What they've got Sofa is what they're doing at the moment. It's what we're doing right now. Broker's on the other end. What's the bit in the middle? It's our academy. It's, for me, you and I have sold a lot of property between us. It must be 1,000, I would have thought. And some of it's beautiful over the last 20 odd years. This is without doubt the best thing I've ever done in my real estate career, is taking these people who were just a crazy phone call, my dining table during the pandemic with the kids flying around. They're working at Joe and the Juice in Clapham, fresh out of school or whatever. And 6 months later, they've, after having done our academy, done the course, learned from you and me and all of that kind of stuff, very much in the way that we speak now, actually. It's not all trainee. I think, I'll pick it up, actually, because some of these guys are now on a huge major TV show.
They are on a major TV
we can name,
show,
3 or 4 of those people who are on Crazy Rich Agents.
Well, if you take an example of you should speak about it. One of the agents that are working for us now that started doing the academy, who's given the stepping stones to be able to engage to do what we're doing. They started earning money while they was at school, right?
That's Toby Madden, right?
What?
I mean, Toby was doing his finals, joined us, did the academy, joined us, and I think he actually completed a sale maybe a week or two before his finals, actually, or he got his last exam. I'm not sure. I didn't go to university. But either way, a crucial moment in his educational career. He completed a sale, and I think it was at £3.75 million, having done our academy. And if that doesn't tell someone who's out there thinking, what should I do next? Nothing else will.